Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to throw, it's Freeman. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Get anyone? Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bruins! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rainbow Warriors offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll leave it with him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Dropping back, it's Freeman. It's complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the move, it's Blair. Fights off a defender. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
First down for the offense.
right back to the well. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Second down coming up.
He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They believe they can run right here. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll test the right side. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
From the red zone, it's Blair. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Buying some time. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Second down coming up.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try the run. They knock him down right there. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Open space at the 25. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Motion from the offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and he'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Hauls it in. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion.
1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors in the hurry-up. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hand.
Open runway ahead. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side. And he could not get loose on the run. A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Freeman. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Bruins are marching down the field. They'll run it to the right side. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by a field goal over North Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Moves away as he feels pressure. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He's going to pass. He's got it.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
They're trying to get to him. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw it again. Quickly complete. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Timeout, Hawaii.
Looking to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. He wants to throw. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. On second down, just keeps firing. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
It's now 4th and goal. Number 10.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, UCLA.
And nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
The Bruins will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. He's looking to throw it. Got his man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's a first down.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down. Looking for more. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
It's another first down.
Going up top on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He makes the catch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. They'll run the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. About to snap it for the 8th time on this drive, and it's a 3rd down and 4. He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Trying play action. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to get... He's loose. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCLA.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Line getting set on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Getting some heat. Gets rid of it. He makes the connection. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors have this offense rolling. They're going to run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8 clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4, it's 2nd and 14. The play action fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. Diving for the goal line, and the ball's knocked free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Freeman. They've got the screen set up. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Gets it out quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Got his man quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around the globe for a long time. They're up by 23 over Southern Miss. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this center downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Back to pass, it's Freeman. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Bruins with the first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Brings up second down.
The give to the single back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UCLA 35, Hawaii 17.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Comes out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, he's looking downfield. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Leaves it with the running back. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. And he missed it. No good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game.
35, Hawaii 17.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now on second and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And the Rainbow Warriors get enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, first down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
Snags it over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly. Wants to throw on third down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, rotating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Bruins are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Rice is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over North Texas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Slings it downfield. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Trying to get rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.